hear deputies from the other side of the House talk about opposition for opposition's sake, and it's just such nonsense, to be honest with you. I don't think there's very few opposition spokespersons who have produced the quality and detail of constructive, realistic, costed alternatives as Deputy O'Brien, and including in this motion and many other policy documents and bills and legislation. And the fact is, many pieces of legislation that the government have brought forward, where there are good sections, where there are good proposals, they'll be backed, and they have been backed. And the record of the Dáil will reflect that. And where they're not, and there's been many disastrous proposals, they will be voted against. And that is our job, to make sure that the government isn't continuing in the footsteps of well over 10 years, probably 20 years, of failed housing policy that has brought us to this situation. And to be honest, the people who are talking about opposition for opposition's sake, people who are making these criticisms, don't believe it themselves. They don't believe a word of it, because they know what Sinn Féin wants. They know what the people want, and that's affordable housing. But it's part of a strategy, and it's part of a strategy that I believe is misconceived and I believe isn't going to work. You have by-election candidates talking about trying to be a voice for people who can't afford a house. Fine Gael have been in government since 2011. There's a new series of reeling the years. You have to go back to the start of it before Fine Gael weren't in government. You've had years to solve this, and you have representatives standing up, railing against this somehow, saying that they'll be the voice for people who can't afford their own homes. People go out. People don't want much sometimes when you look at it. What they want from government is the ability to live a quality life. And at the heart of that is that you have the opportunity to go out there, you go out and work, you get qualifications, you serve your time, you go to college, whatever. And it's all with the aspiration of being able to build a life for yourself or for your family or for whatever. But people are going out to work today and they cannot see how they're ever going to reach that. Social housing they may not qualify for, and the eligibility for that is getting tighter all the time. And the ability to afford your own home is becoming more and more out of reach, no matter how hard people work. The reality is the solution here is about public homes on public land, and no end of tax breaks for vultures or cuckoos or anything like that is going to crack this. So until you bring forward proposals that are going to work, we're not going to back them. We're going to back the proposals that do work.